Hello there and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Thrawn's Revenge Imperial Civil War 2.3 preview playthrough as the Empire. I tried to start recording this already, but I guess I didn't press the record button properly. I'm recording this at 6:51 a.m. I haven't gone to bed yet. I was working on a datapad video literally all night. And yeah, so two things I want to mention quickly before we get started here. Actually, I'll just make it one so we can get into it faster. But I have come up with a start date for the Confederacy of Independent Systems playthrough in Fall of the Republic, which is going to be our first look at Fall of the Republic on the channel in a full playthrough. I was hoping to start it during April, but I've come up with a set start date of May 3rd, which is a Friday. I figured that would work out best. So then I can get the first episode out of that. I'm gone for the weekend after, and then everything else can come out appropriately. Yeah, so barring any kind of extreme circumstances, like I have another one of my parents dies, and I really only have the one left, so much less likely now. That should be coming out May 3rd. Mark your calendar. That's when we'll start our CIS one, and then after the CIS, we'll go with the Republic. And Shaq will be starting a Republic one roughly around the same time we start our CIS one. That's kind of what I was waiting for there, but we'll see how that goes. But anyways, let's get back into it. We do have a massive fleet over Kuat with Brachus about to lead an invasion for us. So let's get that started. And I'm going to just... I might die in the middle of this recording. It's not impossible. But...
choose your reinforcements.
There we go. And by that I mean all of my units will probably die. Yeah, so one of the other things I was going to talk about, which I guess I'll mention now, is that tomorrow, so that's Sunday, day after this goes up, there is going to be an extra live stream for the weekend. Normally we do Sunday nights either the Jackbox party streams, which is what we have this week, or the Fantasy Flight Games RPG system playthrough with our Edge of Despair playthrough, or Edge of Despair campaign. So this weekend it's Jackbox, but at 4 p.m. tomorrow, 4 p.m. EST, we're going to have a bonus stream over on the Twitch channel where I'm going to be playing an early copy of the next Republic at War update for Empire at War. So I'm going to have the developer Anakin with me for that. We're going to talk a little bit about what he's aiming to change going forward. I'm going to play through it a bit and give some feedback. And we're going to play a little bit as the CIS and a little bit as the Republic. So if you want to watch that on Twitch, that's twitch.tv/CoreyLoses. That'll be 4 p.m. until about 6 p.m. EST. And then the videos will be going up on the YouTube channel on Tuesday and Friday. So if you can't make it for the live stream, it will be going up on the channel as well. Yeah, that's everything. We can now just focus on me sucking at this game right now. Alright, ATPTs. But yeah, so over the last few days there's been a lot of work to do some more of the cleanup of the mod files, which has also involved a lot of documentation for stuff in the mod. So that'd be stuff like going through and coming up with proper calculations for the combat power for units on ground and fighters. We've already done it for space a long time ago, but there were some outliers for this. Okay, so yeah, that ability seems to have a bug with it right now. But yeah, so going through and adjusting things like the combat power values, which is what the AI uses to determine whether they want to use a unit or not. And right now, okay, yeah, so he can't use Force Crush at all right now. But yeah, so the combat power for fighters used to be probably 5 or 6 times what it should have been for any given fighter, which is why something that has a lot of fighters would be overvalued by the AI. So if you've ever played against the Remnant, you could often see fleets that were largely comprised of MTCs and that kind of thing, just because they were so heavily, since combat power was so heavily weighted towards fighters. So now that shouldn't be a problem. That should no longer happen. They've been making much more reasonable compositions in our testing so far. That's not in this playthrough yet. I thought about trying to transfer the files over, and I might still do that. But it'll definitely be in for our next playthrough in ICW, as well as in the Fall of the Republic playthrough. So you'll get to see kind of the start of that. There's also been a lot of other work in that same sort of vein, where we're working to document stuff better, clean up the files a little bit better, just makes it easier to work on for us and makes everything make a little bit more sense when it gets to the end product. So that should happen, and there'll be a couple more news posts before we get into the actual beta phase for 2.3, which shouldn't be too far off at this point. Okay, you're gonna go kill those. Please go kill those. Just go kill those. Where are you? I don't know what they're getting blocked on there. I don't want to have to do this, but I think I have to do this. I think you're good there. Yeah, cool. Alright. Brachus, you're going to come back here and you are going to kill that tax collection agency. We're going to send the AT over here. But yeah, so for the news posts that are going to be coming up, one is going to be just like an overview of 2.3, talking about all the major changes, all the major features, everything that we've done over the last year or so since 2.2's release that you can see in 2.3. And I'm just going to bombard this one. Yeah, so that'll probably be the one next week, maybe. Either that or the other major one that we're probably going to need to do soon is going to be the Hutts. So going over the Hutt faction profile and what kind of role they'll play. So that'd be part of the Vision of the Future update series that we've been doing. So where the first one was the Unknown Regions, the second one was the Hapens, then the Yuzhan Vong April Fool's announcement, which was not an actual joke, it was an actual upcoming feature. We'll probably do an update for that, because I know there are some people that didn't watch the video when it came out because they assumed it was just a joke, and now will have either no idea what I'm talking about, or have had to find out since that it was a real thing, or still don't know that it was a real thing, even though I've mentioned it a few times in these videos. But yeah, so probably do another update on that and what exactly that'll entail. So that is all stuff to look forward to. Okay, blow them up. Blow them up.
Bombing run available. Scanning restaurant reporting.
I'm probably really pissing my roommate off right now, as I'm probably waking him up, but they're very small. That was a little off of what it should have been. So yeah, because of that, this will probably not be a super long episode. I just want to stop my descent into incoherence and not force him to lay there hating me for forever. The walls in this place are super thin. That's not really true. They're not that bad. They're not fantastic, but it could be worse. Alright. Just in case another thing comes out of there, I'm going to send the ACAT forward there. We are kind of aiming to take out Meldrude as much as we can right now, because they were expanding pretty heavily.
We are victorious.
There we go.
System conquered. Constructing.
I'm just going to go double HV gun right now. If they come in from Kashyyyk, that's going to be important. Alright, and now let's get our Pathfinder in there. I did... let's see. I did code in the rest of our patron units. So right now that means Decadence right there. We have Einstein's Revenge. We have Grand Moff Altmain, Zenith of Tyranny. Autarch, Rocinante, which is back from the dead, and DJ Esco. I think we'll start off this episode, or start off our building this episode with Einstein's Revenge and Autarch, because we do have a new Praetor model that was made by Connor. That it looks really nice, so I'm looking forward to showing that off for you guys.
Take us out full thrusters.
I have put it into the playthrough here.
Tactical battle imminent.
There's Kosh Pterodoc. Time to Pterodoc him a new one. And you're all welcome to unsubscribe for that joke, but really, when you subscribed, you must have watched at least something and known that was the kind of thing you would be hearing. So I don't really feel responsible for that. And ISD2.
They will be taken care of.
Let's drop in Modular Task Force Corey. Odds and ends. Strong like bees. Special purpose local option sales tax. Invictus. Survival of the Clueless. Oh, Survival of the Clueless. There we go. And Yeetus. Okay. I feel like you're better off just hammering away at them. So many bombers. It's very important that he die.
Stay in formation. Get behind them. I have them now. I'm on them. Target locked. Coming around. Awaiting orders.
Someone was asking in the comments why I had another interdictor in here with our Sovereign, because we do have Chained Heart with us here. But really, we've been under so many different attacks that it's been hard to organize our fleet how we might want to. So hopefully we'll have a chance where the CSA isn't murdering us to do that, or Meldrude isn't murdering us, or the New Republic isn't murdering us. The New Republic, we're going to be getting into Air 4 and 5, and they're going to start getting very murdery. But Greater Meldrude should be done after this episode. But yeah, so a lot of fighter balance changes, a lot of fighter differentiation, a lot of telling the AI what is useful about carriers or not. And there's also the AI changes where the carrier should now sit back a little bit further for AI. So that should all start coming in with the next playthroughs that we do. We'll be testing those out, as well as in the actual beta that's going to be starting fairly soon. I was kind of holding off on the update on the 2.3 overview so that we could keep an announcement date for when the beta would be starting for that. So I'm hoping by by the Friday, May 3rd, that while the Republic previews start, we'll have a good idea for that. I was just kind of... The thing that's kind of making that a bit more tentative is that from the 4th till 6th I'm away, like I said, and then I'm also away from the 14th till 22nd because one of my best friends from childhood is getting married and I'm in his wedding party. and then the 21st was also my mom's birthday, so I'm going to stay down there a few extra days just to see what that's like with my family.
Choose your reinforcements.
But then I'll be back, and so it's hard to give an exact date with that stuff when there's like 10 days that I won't be there. Is that 10? I guess it's depends on whether you count the days where I'm traveling or not, because then it's up to 12. But yeah, so that's why I don't want to give too solid of a date for that, because I don't want to like put the bait out, leave the next morning for either time, and then I come back and then I see that it's got a bunch of issues with it. But I will have my laptop with me, so it shouldn't be too bad if that has to happen. Because we're getting close to where we're kind of ready with the 2.2 or 2.3 stuff, and we're even to a point of holding off with some stuff that we're going to need to do just because we don't have the time to do it for 2.3. That it's better holding off till 2.4, and so it's better long term for us to get 2.3 out, or at least in testing, so that we can start that other work. Right, Brachus, we need a repair facility there. You guys get out here. AT.
Repair station constructing. Roger that. Form up. Scanning. Reporting in. Armor ready. Attack. Awaiting orders.
Okay. You're gonna get back here.
Attacking target. Fire. Instruction. Fire at will. Setting course. Reporting. Attacking.
You're gonna get back here. At least they don't have a shield. Okay, you're gonna get back there. You do not need to get back there. So what do they got? This is the Moth Palace. Then they'll have the Maldred Capital over here. Nope, they have two Moth Palaces.
Unit destroyed.
So that is an issue with the spawn script. I think there's actually two things that are wrong with that. Where in some of the GCs, Maldred has double capital building.
I copy. Attacking.
Or some of the eras, rather, not some of the GCs. There's only the one that, or the one set that has it spawn with the script like this. Alright, let's go for this one.
Choose your reinforcements.
Get our tank droid in here. Okay, you really need to get back.
Acknowledged. Ready. Firing. Activating.
That survived. Okay.
Reporting. Destination coordinates. I've got them on scopes. There they are. Changing course. They are in my sights. Right away. Roger that. Yes, Commander. Commencing attack. Unit destroyed. Ready. Weapons armed.
Okay, Brachus, you're gonna have to do stuff to people. This is getting a lot of damage out there while still being weak, so destroy that. Right. Get out of there, Brachus. You done did your job. Stay put. Stay put. Oh, for fuck's sakes. You drove into a tree and then you got stuck? There you go.
Awaiting orders. Heading.
Get back here. All right. I think they're yeah. You really getting killed by that Tokyo drift on the? Here we go. Right, you're gonna walk up this way. You're gonna go over this way.
Yes, sir.
That was a lot. Your movement definitely needs to be adjusted.
Initiate attack run. Yes, Commander. Commence attack run. Enemies in range.
Yeah, that's right. You turn and run, even though with all three of you would be able to kill it. All right, let's get back here.
Reporting. Attack that target. Attacking target.
You're dead.
Unit destroyed.
Yes, Commander. As you wish, General.
AT-AT destroyed.
Well, shit.
Repair station has been sold.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Oh boy.
Unit destroyed. Unit destroyed.
Ruckus. Ruckus. Okay. Get over here then. You don't arrange anything here?
Bombing run available. Choose your reinforcements. Reinforcements scheduled.
Alright. Thank you, shuttle.
Maximum unit capacity. Bombardment available.
Alright.
Secondary position.
It's too bad I don't have the rocket plex or the rocket stormtrooper changes in with this, because we did change the party, the squad or company configurations. So now there's 2 in every company that have rocket launchers.
All right, man. Take cover. Report order acknowledged. We'll back you up.
Turret constructing.
Moving to secondary position. Awaiting orders. Ready.
Brachus does no damage to it. That'll probably be increased, I think. the regular lightsaber auto attacks against vehicles. The Jedi are supposed to be very squishy against vehicles, but they should still be able to, if they get up there and have support, to destroy them. We're going to need to get back to investing in our ground forces here.
Awaiting orders. Commence attack run. Come on, man, this way.
Oh, oh.
Roger.
Choose your reinforcements.
Advancing. Moving out.
All right, Brachus. This ended up being more of a struggle than I thought it would be. We definitely need to invest more in our army. So let's get... Would you look at that? None of his abilities are working.
Commencing bomb.
Oh, shit, they built a turret. Well, so much for Brachus. If his abilities were working, I would have felt worse about that. But if his abilities were working, then he wouldn't have died.
Roger that.
So, this is really his fault.
Form up. Squad, move out.
Turret constructing.
Awaiting orders.
Turret constructing.
Affirmative. Squad, advance. Move out.
Going back. There you go. And what do we got? ATPT.
Moving to that area, sir.
TIE Crawler and another ATPT.
Bombing run available.
I copy.
And some stormtroopers.
Heading out. Target confirmed. Fall out, troops. Let's move out.
The artillery for the Empire hasn't been adjusted yet, which is why I'm not using them right
Keep
now.
going.
Where is...
This way. Over there.
Where are you gonna sit?
Bombing run available.
Well, it's gonna make this easier for us, no?
Yes, sir. Scouting.
Here.
On my way.
Heavy vehicle factory destroyed.
Ready to go. Scanning area. Awaiting orders.
Come on.
Engaging enemy.
Enemy
There we go.
has been defeated.
Alright, so we lost a lot there.
System conquered.
More than we needed to. But Maldrude has one planet left, so we're gonna just finish them off today.
Building under construction.
And we'll need to buy a lot more military stuff.
Building under construction.
Alright. So we'll get one more planet. Which technically we already had, until they came and took it back.
Choose your reinforcements.
So this won't be a difficult one.
Take us out, full thrusters.
Heading to destination. We're moving out. Move out.
All ahead.
We're on the move. Rolling out of formation.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
Fire.
We await your command.
Another question that comes up a fair bit is whether the Sovereign will ever get a model update. It's not really anything we're doing soon, because SSD-wise we have to do the Subjugator and Mandator for Fall of the Republic. I'm working on the Assertor for Imperial Civil War, and we got to do the Executor art update. And the Viscount will probably get an art update sooner than later as well. So the Sovereign's kind of at like the back of the line for that. Plus we've got like the Hapen SSD to do, and any other new faction stuff.
Planetary control achieved.
Because it does kind of need it, but fuck. It does kind of need it, but it's not quite there yet. So we'll do this, and then we'll end the episode.
The enemy has been spotted.
Affirmative. Rolling out.
Right.
Moving to
Bring them back
On
here.
my way.
See if we can defend
Right away.
against the CSA. I think we can with that.
We secured a landing zone.
Reporting. Moving out.
Roger that. Moving. Always ready, sir. On the move. Fire.
Order acknowledged. Yes, Commander. Order, sir.
Unit destroyed.
Awaiting.
Well, they got two of them.
Engaging enemy. Reporting.
Turret constructing.
Awaiting orders. Advance. Run out, man.
Unit destroyed.
Fire.
They took out the tower.
Yes, Commander.
Reporting. Target
Unit
acquired.
destroyed.
And you PCSA!
Unit destroyed. Construction complete.
There.
Yes, sir. Target.
Unit destroyed.
Firing. Yes, sir.
The shield filler ability has been removed from these guys in the dev build. They'll probably get a shield reduction, or again, they could still be removed from the mod. So we'll have to see what we end up doing with that.
Cover you.
I don't love that we used it. It was heavy vehicle that's not used elsewhere that we were able to give them. But they have like the JX40 when that's useful. They have the strike breaker.
Affirmative.
All right. You guys have done nothing,
Reporting in. Scouting air ready.
even though you're our strongest units.
Where do you need me? Heading out, sir. Activating. Fire. Open fire. Attack that target. Enemy spotted. Roger that. Attacking target.
Bombers aren't gonna hit everything. Yeah, shit.
Unit destroyed. Unit destroyed. Unit
Target
destroyed.
acquired.
Unit destroyed.
Sir, on the move.
All right, this is gonna be our next stand.
Turret constructing. We've secured a landing zone.
I'm here. Going there now. All right. Ready to help. Need any
See if we
assistance?
can draw their fire with the civilians, and then
Hello, Commander. Where
Run.
should I go? Over there.
the range on the turbo lasers probably needs to increase. We'll just decrease the accuracy for them
Form
a
up.
little bit more. They're almost like an artillery unit.
Enemy bombardment is ready.
Awaiting orders.
Okay,
Right
this could
away.
be bad.
Copy. Copy. Moving out.
Unit destroyed.
I copy.
Figured that was where they'd put that.
Yes, sir. Heading out. Yes, Commander. Fall out. Let's move out.
Base is under attack.
Inputting coordinates. Keep going.
Turbo laser tower destroyed.
Yes, sir. This way. Enemy
Over there. Scouting.
We'll check it out.
On my way.
We'll assist you.
Scanning area.
Acknowledged.
All right, we got one more try.
Awaiting orders. Enemy spotted.
Unit destroyed.
On the move.
Proceeding.
Scouting area. Always ready, sir.
Our base is under attack. Power generator destroyed.
Oh, fuck.
Light vehicle factory destroyed.
Oh. Okay. Alright, well, that happened. So I think that's going to do it for today's episode. Next episode, I might try to bring over some of the changes, but that'll be tomorrow's episode, so maybe not, and then maybe a little bit later. But anyways, thank you for watching. Sorry for kind of a weird episode with this, but again, recording it. What is now 7:30 a.m., so I'm going to go to bed. Thanks again, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.